you guys hear it?
Yep.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's that pretty song.
When you want to get off that discount,
Assets!
gravity pulls you straight down. Earth from a bird's eye view. You see grow feathers, see too. When you want to get off that discount, gravity pulls you straight down. When you want to get off the darkest ground, gravity pulls you straight down. Clear sky. Where
Well, howdy, y'all, and welcome back. We're live yet again for another movie night. And I hope y'all are here, and I hope you can see us and hear us and all that fun jazz. And with that, we do have a smallish panel with us tonight, but a lovely group of people. So let's introduce them. We'll start out with Mom Nato.
Hi, folks. Welcome to movie night. Hope everybody's had a good week and not too bad a week. So, that's it.
Well, we're glad to have you here with us, Mom Nato. We also have tonight Tornado.
Hello and
Healthy
welcome.
happy family starts with a healthy.
What the hell?
Commercial interruption brought to you by.
But yeah, today I've been living in the wonderful world known as, well, let's just say it's been kind of a slog today.
What's the
No
color
pop-
of your sky?
Politics.
Today's just been, oy vey. Just not fun.
Well, sorry to hear that, Tornado, but we're glad to have you with us at least. We also have with us tonight Chris Kelling.
Hey, good evening, good evening, good evening. And Jen, I'm sorry I didn't see the chat that you pushed out till just now.
Oh, that's all right.
But it was taken care of, so
Yes, that's all right. No worries.
I don't have anything else to say at this point.
All righty. Well, we're glad to have you with us too, Chris. Thank you for coming back. We also have with us tonight the lovely Jenny Morgan.
Good evening, everyone. How's
Hello.
everyone in the chat?
Doing all right. How is you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just wonderful. This is my Christmas season because of the elections.
Mm-hmm.
Being a political junkie, I live for this, and I'm very pleased with the way things seem to be turning out, especially in the manner in which they're turning out. This is a good fun time.
Gotcha. Well, I'm glad that you're enjoying the dumpster fire that is. And last but not least, we have RJ with us.
Yes, and I have my camera on to show that I'm not a simulation.
That's
and
still
you
not
can see
proven.
behind me the cleverly arranged product placement of Evolution Slam Dunk, and the rocks were there, which I oriented in that way. Seeing all the people on Zoom always conveniently putting their book or product somewhere back in on a shelf somewhere, convenient, not too ostentatious. I go, hey, I can shill that way. Yeah, I can do that.
Mm.
I think we need
just
to
bring it
work.
really close so it's in focus.
I was gonna say, I
Oh
think
well, I can't expect everything, but it is holiday gift buying season, so those books and the Paralogues of Phileas Fogg make perfectly delightful books for people to read. Wonderful paperweights and things to throw at creationists and people you don't like too.
Now
Yeah.
there's an idea.
Yeah. If you really hate your creationist friend, buy them. The rocks were there.
yeah,
Well, but
that'll do it.
Huh?
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're glad to have you guys with us tonight. Give me 1 second here. I'm just sending out the show link again.
I gotta find out what kind of stupid we have today.
Oh, we have all sorts of stupid tonight. Last week we interrupted our regular stupid for Halloween stupid. So tonight we are back
That's
to our
true.
regular brand of stupid.
Thematic stupid.
Exactly.
Matter of fact, that was a perilously rational show last
Sorry.
week.
It was very close to being like, a legit show.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
got to stop doing that.
I know.
Yeah, really.
Can't have that.
Eesh,
all
we have
this-
low standards to maintain here.
Yeah, really.
I don't even remember it from last week.
That shows
Boy,
you how
that's-
it happens. Yeah.
Mm.
All right. Let's see. I got the wheel up, but you guys can't see it yet. Not that you can see it probably anyway. It's tiny. Well, for you guys, it's tiny.
The tiny wheel.
Holy
Little.
cow.
Oh
My
my, lots
question.
of stuff.
How are people supposed to buy our merch and sign up on
Chakras.
Patreon and everything else if the
Mhm.
none of the links are in the description?
I mean, that is a great question, Chris. Anyway,
I realized I lost my
Checking
tenure as
pronunciation.
as associate professor.
Oh,
Indeed.
Rockets,
I wanted to go out to Patreon and fix that.
Monst- okay. Monsters, chakras, interesting trees again.
no
Oh,
trees.
Subsil.
Subsit.
lasers,
All right, hold
App.
on.
Lasers, map, and rocket.
Rock.
Hold on,
Upside
hold
down
on.
words.
Okay, we have
Internal.
so on our wheel tonight we have Sovsit, lasers, map, rock, monsters, chakras, and internet.
If it turns up chakras, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
I know you don't like chakras, but we have to have an occasional chakra video.
Some of them are.
There's a quota now, you know.
There is.
No,
I mean,
we really don't. We really don't.
we haven't had any Claudia in a while, so
Ooh, which
Oh,
one?
tell me,
Alright.
you still haven't had your chakras tuned.
yeah.
Well, it's only fair that if we're gonna attack a religion that contains chakras, we should be attacking every other religion as well.
Don't we?
No, not as a subject matter. No.
I don't know.
Now, the chakras are making empirical statements
Yeah.
about neurobiology that's
Yeah.
not technically connected. It floats like 8 miles west of Hinduism, but is not necessarily connected to it. So it's moved out onto the woo gangplank so far that it's not really about religion anymore.
Well, okay, Scientology takes into account all sorts of, I guess it would be evolutionary things and historical.
Well,
beginnings
dumping
of
on
the human race
Scientology
and-
is the freebie card now, Jen.
All right.
That's
Well,
what that's
shall
a default, that
we
there is no standard by which you cannot go
spin
after
the wheel, damn
Scientology.
it.
spin the wheel?
No,
Wheel
See
we're
what
of
busy
we-
wasting
fortune,
time here.
Turn, turn. Show us the stupid that we should burn. Spin it. But why is it still spinning?
It is chakras.
Oh no!
See ya. Bye-bye.
That one's been on there a while. It's about time it made its round. All
Oh,
right.
so it's got like cobwebs and stuff on it?
Indeed. Yeah, that one's been in there for quite some time.
So old that its date of posting on YouTube is in Roman numerals?
Yeah,
Something
probably.
like that.
Okay. Now, this could be informative for all of you who have malfunctioning chakras. You can get them tuned up as a consequence of this video.
Oh, damn it.
I don't
Okay, let's
think
start out with the
Tornado wants
brown
to tune
chakra
this
then.
up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Are there any mauve chakras?
I don't think
so.
they're that advanced.
Well, there you see, if they can move into Technicolor chakras and psychedelic chakras and ultraviolet chakras, so that you can see them with the special lens that you'll have to pay $59.95 to our website that we'll set up. See, there's monetary operations that we can get going on this, especially to sell to people. Oh, explained by Hans Wilhelm.
Yes.
The 7 chakras, which is Sarkach backwards.
Oh my god. Thanks for that, RJ.
I wonder if it's a form of
It's going to make as much sense as what we're going to get here now.
You never know. It might be related to sarcasm.
Yeah, but it's not the weird woman that was just kind of
The dots lady.
yeah.
Yeah.
So we get to have a completely fresh take upon something that isn't actually a thing.
Oh boy, how exciting. All right, let me just make sure everything
let us
is...
show our enthusiasm with such enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Is this the one where that woman is making popsicles out of human ejaculate?
No.
No.
This is an old
I'm
dude.
confused a little then.
Yeah. And this doesn't have anything to do
Well,
with
we
Count
wouldn't want to
Chocula
touch her
either, does it?
This chakra anyway.
Right. I'm just making sure all the stuff is set up here. All right.
In the South, would they call those chakras?
Yes.
Yes, probably.
Okay.
All right.
But of course,
Hopefully.
Hans Wilhelm, I am assuming, should have a very
Going
thick
to
German
cable
accent,
B.
like he had just swallowed a gallon of strudel.
Oh, now the idiot in the chat is in trouble. Listen, honey, if you have a red crotch chakra going, I think you better get some penicillin in ya.
And
Yeah.
Game of Fools is going on about semen
That's called
smoothies.
syphilis.
Uh-oh.
Gurk?
All
Daniel
right.
Bronset wants to know if they serve chakras at Indian restaurants.
And all this, and they could be talking about clams.
Yeah.
Clam,
There was some clam chat in the clam chatter. Get it? Instead of clam chowder.
Yeah.
I made myself laugh.
And let's not even talk about clam chakras.
Dear.
Clamtastic and
All right. Well, hopefully everybody
Let's
can hear
move on to
this.
the video,
So
please.
let's see if everybody can hear it. Hopefully, we'll find out.
Welcome, I'm Hans Wilhelm, and today
Can the
I
chat
want to
hear it?
continue my series on
They should be
wellness for
able to.
body and soul. I invite you to take a look with me
does
at
have
the
an
7
accent.
energy centers of the body, also called the consciousness centers or chakras.
Shut up, dog.
What is their purpose and how do they
Chakra.
affect our well-being?
We have heard that everything that exists
They
is
don't.
permeated and kept alive and evolves by a cosmic energy that we can call the all-power, all-spirit, flowing
Drink!
ether, or simply God, or love.
Yes, tornado.
No.
Oh, stop.
Whatever this all power is, you might be referring to the Hindu thing known as Brahman. Unfortunately, you didn't even bother to call it that. So, hate to break it to you, buddy, but you're not talking about the all power energy thing that permeates the universe. No, at best, you're talking about the stuff you've pulled from your shiny brown chakra.
Are you trying to indicate that ramen noodles are like the center of the universe? What?
I don't know about that. Let's see.
You with us, Tornado?
Yes, I'm with you.
Aha.
But no, ramen noodles are not the center of the universe.
Now, I refuse to accept that. His noodly appendages will be most angry.
Oh dear.
This does sound a bit like, the he's going for an advertisement, but I guess we'll be. It's nice to know that we have right and left on the little design of the human being so that we won't become excessively confused.
Yeah. Sorry about the barking there. The poopy had to go poopy.
That's all right.
Well, so
And
long as that
RJ,
actually was a dog. Otherwise, there's somebody there that's being excessively animalistic.
yeah.
Yeah, that was my dog Shadow.
RJ, you had your hand up, or you put it down? Okay.
Yeah, I was basically to wonder about the caption that we got here, that all-power spirit thing, also known as God. Excuse me, undefined term. Can you please be a little more specific on that? But
I like how this
God.
guy's consistent in missing putting his dot right over his eyes.
Mm.
Well, they're kind of
right-leaning
sliding.
dots.
They're highly advanced, evolved dots that are moving towards the next mark, and if they keep going, they're eventually going to become a colon at the end of it, which, like us, will be jammed tight.
I'm thinking that they're dots that are trying to become decimal points.
Ah, yes, yes.
Possibly.
Interesting. All right. Well, shall we continue on?
I suppose so.
I guess.
All righty. Here we go.
If we must.
Oh, we must.
I suppose before you hit
spirit
the thing, we
energy
should find out how
also
long
keeps-
this is.
It's just about 10 minutes.
Oh, good. That'll be up here for 3 or 4 hours. Okay.
It's a short one.
Our spiritual and material bodies alive and vibrant. But how does it do that? Our etheric body, our soul, corresponds more or less with our physical body. The center of our spiritual body is what the mystics call the nucleus of the soul. It is the spark of God, or God's spark. And it is situated in the region of the
I think I
crown of
gotta
the
call a
head.
drink here.
And this
Drink.
Yes, RJ?
Yeah. Yeah, this more or less like our body. Now, I can imagine the less part where your magic-y spirit chakra thing kind of turns into a little puddle up there on top of your head. But can it get more than that? How far away? Has he done really any good experimentation as to how many feet away from your body your spirit thing can get? Can
I
it
don't think so.
turn on or off a light switch?
Well-
Can I use it to slide underneath doorways? Can I find a way inside of the bank vault and back out again? And
No.
Well, back in the days
and
when
can
I
I
was
get the spirit money that way?
No.
when I was doing that transcendental meditation and astral projection, I got myself out as far as Uranus,
Ah, yeah, there we go.
which by the way could have used a little cleaning.
Yeah,
And-
did you use an
and-
anamorphic lens when you astrally projected?
Of course,
Absolutely, that's good to know. I like to know that we're on the same wavelength in here.
it's important to take everything in.
Oh, dear.
If you're thinking of
Anyway.
being monetized tonight,
No, no. That's never the case here. All right. Well, let's continue on.
spirit energy flows into our body through this nucleus. The energy then flows from the nucleus on the left side of the body along the
Drink.
spine down to the
Yes, Jenny.
Nucleus implies that something is like at the center of something and running it. How could something start by going into the nucleus? Wouldn't it have to go through the walls of whatever contains the nucleus first, and all
Not
the
to mention-
ectoplasm within and that kind of stuff?
yeah, well,
I think
you're
this guy's-
attributing way too much taxonomic systematic detail to this fellow.
Not to
He,
mention he's
he
also
can't get
saying-
past the little puddle on the top of your head.
Well, not to mention he's saying it starts on the left-hand side, not the center.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then runs down the spinal column in a way that no one can ever empirically verify.
Except with the voltmeter.
Except the spinal column is in the center of your body, not to the left.
Well, he seems to have a little scoliosis.
And what about people who have situs invertus, where the lefts and the rights have gotten inverted on their body? I mean, is that going to throw the polarity of their little chakras all off?
Yes.
Obviously.
Yeah. Well, that could account for something, I suppose.
Mhm.
Oh, dear.
Maybe. But doubtful.
Moving on.
Yeah.
Shall we continue?
Sure.
Yeah.
I didn't
guess
get
so.
I didn't get my drink counter up there.
Mhm.
Didn't? I did. I
No.
apologize. Thought I hit the button. I thought I hit the damn button. Alrighty.
Yeah, I wonder
Onward.
if you could add on some other words, because I know they like to focus on all power, spirit, God, love, those things. But what about aardvarks, linoleum, asphalt, periwinkles? I mean, there's so many things. I don't see them connecting that with the chakra world very often.
No,
Let's
I don't
continue
think so.
watching and see how he links the two.
Yeah.
Johnny jump ups.
Oh, well, yeah, there we
Jumping
go.
jacks.
Also, I love Sirnian's comment. Lightning rod up the pooper.
I like it when my Johnny jumps up.
All right. Anyway, here we go.
Pelvic area into the so-called collective basin.
Ooh,
Then
sex
the
organs!
spirit powers flow again on the right side
Collective basin.
along the spine up to the nucleus of the soul. On its way, the spirit energy runs along 7 junction points of energy, which are also called consciousness centers, or in the East, they are called chakras. The purpose
Or
of these
turnpikes
consciousness
in the
centers
West.
is to distribute the spirit power through many ramified paths via the nerves to the individual organs
Those are
of the
called
body.
turnoffs.
So each center is supplying a certain
Clover
area
leaves.
of our body with the spiritual energy via our nervous system. It is interesting to know that
Well, that
the
explains
fourth consciousness
drink.
center, near our heart,
Yes, Jenny.
Kind of high on the heart
now
there,
that he's described the design of the connectivity of our bodies, that seems to explain why when I orgasm, I can feel it in my fingertips. Hey,
Yeah. Yeah, because
falls
your
into the
puddle
category of things
energy
we don't need
that's
to
gone
know.
down the interstate highway has taken an exit and gotten down into the part that's kind of like the thing that serves the airports out in the periphery, and that's why it
My
ends up with
goodness.
your fingers. I'm trying to give the AAA version of chakras here.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
it's
then.
kind of like the body naughty syndrome.
Yeah.
I think we'll continue on then.
Oh, threats.
it's a
again,
kind of
huh?
switching and
least I got my
pumping
drink
station
counter.
that draws
You did.
the energy up from the collective basin and then sends them up to the nucleus. These
called
7
the heart, you
consciousness
jerk.
centers all have a certain ethical quality. They are the 7 divine
Ethical?
powers of divine life. Starting from the bottom to the top, they are called order, will, wisdom, earnestness, patience, love, and mercy. Let's look at them individually. The first center
And the
is
one they
called
always
order
forget, Ralph.
and is situated
Oh, geez, he
above
drew a
the
scrotum.
collective basin in the region of the coccyx.
Yes, Tornado.
Oh, gosh.
No, that is not the center known as order. That is the center known as a man's scrotum.
His dick. Yes.
Also, why are you telling me that the collective basin is down near... Oh, so that's why I pee. The energy goes down there, the waste is filtered off before it gets pumped back up to this, whatever the hell this nucleus is, and then you excrete the rest as waste.
No, that's why you get erections.
That's why you play with your jam bags.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Although it was somewhat presumptuous of the designer to put an amusement park in the same plot as the refuse collecting stations.
Yeah.
No. Get it right. The entertainment district is right next to the sewage gate.
Oh boy.
But remember, all of our little magic puddly stuff is coming down there and then going up the little elevator to the head again.
Wait a minute, is that why most of our energy is radiated through the top of our heads?
Mm-hmm.
Now, those are depicted as dots or buttons. Shouldn't he be upgrading to like zippers or Velcro?
Probably.
Okay.
I think you're right. All right. Well, shall we continue on?
It's much easier to get at your chakras if they're mounted with Velcro.
Yeah, absolutely. All righty. Here we go.
It feeds, among others, the sex organ, bladder, rectum, pelvis, with hip joints, knee and ankle joints. The second
your
sentence
ankle
is
What?
called
Drink,
Ankle
down.
joints
will.
in the hip?
Drink, 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 drink.
Did he just say ankle joints in the
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah,
The
I think his
and
form
the
of
hip.
anatomy is, shall we say, loose.
Mm.
If he's going to say that order links the bladder, well, then I guess that is why we pee.
Mm.
It has nothing to do with, the body excreting waste from various metabolic processes, which would, of course, be a much simpler explanation than I have a glowing red spinning wheel in my scrotum.
Ah.
How's that feel?
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response.
We're all grateful for that.
Yeah. Oh dear.
But if
Well,
I had to
RJ.
say I would, if I had
Yeah.
to actually dignify that with a response, I'd say it was like getting my dick cut off with a pizza cutter.
Okay.
Ooh,
If-
ooh.
And there's an image to put into our head.
Yeah.
Anyway, since this clown is going to be mentioning ankles, which are not exactly really close to the hips and pelvis, I want to know what the chakra case is for elbows. And I will not be satisfied if we do not have a proper chakra interpretation of elbows and wrists.
I think that he said pelvis, hip joints, and hips and ankle joints, not connecting the three of them, just putting them all together.
If he's got enough, I mean, it is a ways from the pelvis to the ankle, and it is connected by stuff. That's fine. But if he's going to bring in those appendages, I don't want to slight our hands, arms, elbows, all of that. I mean, really, this is just not fair. We're going to get letters from the Elbow Association that feels slighted by all of this.
I'm beginning to wonder with this guy's discussion if I haven't terribly disturbed my chakras when I got my hips replaced.
Maybe.
Maybe they put a whole new set of chakras in when you didn't notice. Did you check your bill?
No. What happened was you replaced the order with heavy metal.
Yeah, well, it's not that heavy. It's titanium.
Yeah, and actually, do you require like 30,000 miles servicing on your chakras?
You
I
might.
hope not. No,
Wait a
no,
minute.
I don't
Hold
want
on.
everybody
That
going
actually
in there
brings up
again.
an interesting question.
And make sure you get clear coating on the scrotum.
Would Reiki be if you're going to say that chakras need to be serviced every 30,000 miles? Does that mean that Reiki would basically be getting an oil change?
There's so many ways we can go with that, Tornado. Do you really want us to do that?
No.
Let's not say we did.
Yeah, let's not and say we did. Moving along.
Okay. I thought I would want to make it clear this is a doorway that is either open or closed.
Right.
Keep it closed.
It is a one-way door.
And Chris is calling the cops right now.
Alrighty,
Chris,
well
you're
we're
muted.
going to continue.
I think it's because he's talking to somebody on the phone.
That could be.
He does
Alrighty,
not
well,
want to share with us, and it's a great way for him not to listen to the chakra conversation.
that's true. All right,
Now,
let's
how many
continue
don't we
on.
want to bet that he's going to stick with the damn blue Sharpie all the way through?
More likely than not.
Yeah,
want purple
I mean, I would
marker.
like to have a little bit of color zones because you would have thought the pretty pictures of chakras that you see in Hindu things tend to put different colors involved because
Exactly.
supposedly they have like different colors. So I would have thought that he should have shelled out some money for some damn colored Sharpie so at least he could have some graphical
Purple,
variety.
Damn you.
Don't be
Yeah,
silly.
take some pride in your pseudoscience, sir.
No, look at Purple's comment. Purple Rhymes with Orange says, just punch the cobra and get on with it.
That's
Yeah.
Tornado's advice.
Uh,
Never
we
gonna
go.
live that down.
nope.
I swear, I say one thing wrong, and you
Well, there's
guys
a-
hold it over my head for the rest
There's
of
a
my
new
life.
That's
members
correct.
only emoji in the live chat, so there, I just shared it again.
It's called punching the cobra.
Yes, it is now an emoji.
Okay, well, I suppose we're going to get some science any minute now, right?
Yes.
Moving on.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm ready. And elbows.
Yeah.
We're up for the elbows.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes.
Yeah, those are peripheral. I want the elbows.
and is situated in the region of the sacrum, slightly behind and below the navel. It feeds the kidneys with the uterus, large intestine, and colon. The third center is called divine wisdom and is
There we go.
Drink.
Yes, tornado.
Yeah. So hold on. If I have this right, the order chakra controls our bladder, and the will chakra controls our anus.
Mm-hmm.
And not to be confused with the will forte that
And our
controls your
uterus.
laugh reflex.
Yeah, he said it controls your uterus.
Yeah. And how does your uterus feel today, Tornado?
I don't have one. Thank God. And
How do you know?
Also,
Have you ever looked in there?
is saying that the will chakra powers the entirety of the lower digestive tract, which is just patently false.
No,
Now,
because
what are you going to do? Hold medieval pre-scientific Hindus to a standard of scientific development to which they have contributed absolutely nothing?
Why, yes. Yes, I am.
Well, boy, you're a stickler.
I want my science to
Yeesh.
be
You're
accurate.
going to want
and
them to
this
give
man-
money-back guarantees next.
Yeah.
fist bump worm. Que pasa?
Fist bump word.
Fist bump worm. Well, it could be a Seattle rock group.
It is not.
No, punching the cobra.
Yes.
It is not the same.
Yeah. Okay,
Sorry,
we're
he
running
should.
out of time on the science here, or the blue Sharpie.
Yeah, I think both. Alrighty, here we go.
located in
We
the
got
lumbar
into the
region.
wisdom
It mainly feeds the spine with spinal cord, stomach, small intestines, liver, gallbladder, pancreas, and spleen.
Well,
The
that takes a
fourth
lot of
center
gall.
is called
Yeah, also
earnestness.
drink.
It is located between the
Earnestness.
Yes, tornado.
So wisdom basically controls the entire upper digestive tract. So if will is basically a glowing orange spinning wheel cutting through my entire lower intestine and therefore causing me to bleed internally and whatever else, then this thing is going to basically cut open my stomach and have my gastrointestinal acid or have my stomach acid spill all over my insides.
Fun.
Sounds about right.
Of course, I am referring to these things as if they're actual spinning wheels turning around in my body and ruining
Well,
all kinds of
That
stuff.
makes about as much logic as everything else they're talking about.
Pretty
so,
much. RJ, you had your hand up?
Yeah, you'll notice he's putting down words that actually have meaning in English, but have no justification in the presentation he's doing. Like, who says this stuff is related to order and will and wisdom, as opposed to pungency, perpendicularity, purpleosity, that you could literally put down absolutely any word in any combination whatsoever, and it would have exactly no more or less justification.
RJ,
Words he's just put down.
RJ,
citation needed.
RJ, there's perhaps one way that I can sum up how to best describe this, and it was from our dear late friend Jeff. Every single word of the sentence I recognized. I recognized every single word in that sentence, but together they meant absolutely nothing.
Yeah, sounds about right.
You know, this is beginning to remind me of an old story. May I take a few minutes and share the story?
Sure.
Tornado, put your
Sure,
hand down.
it'll keep the movie away.
Yeah.
Well, it was a sunny morning in August, and the different parts of the body were having an argument to see which should be in charge. The brain said, "Well, I do all the thinking. I'm the most important, and so therefore I should be the boss." The eyes disagreed and said, "Well, I see everything and let the rest of you know where we are, so I'm the most important, and I should be in charge." Well, the hands said, "Hey, without me, you wouldn't be able to pick up anything or move anything or masturbate. So I should be the most important and be in charge." And then the stomach said, "Balderdash, I turn the food we eat into energy for the rest of you. Without me, we'd starve. So I'm the most important and I should be the boss." Well, then the legs could chime in and said that, "Well, without me, we wouldn't be able to go anywhere. So I'm the most important and I should be in charge." Well, then finally the rectum spoke up and insisted that it should be in charge. Well, all the rest of the body parts just laughed like crazy, like you're doing right now. and completely derided the very notion. The rectum wasn't important. How could it possibly be in charge? So the rectum closed up. And after a few days, the legs were wobbly, the stomach was queasy, the hands were shaky, the eyes were watery, and the brain couldn't think straight. The other body parts soon agreed that they shouldn't take any more and that the rectum is placed in charge, which all goes to show that if you don't have to be the most important person to be in charge, just an asshole.
Lovely.
Now, I must also add that you have just done in a few moments more practical, worthwhile,
Yeah.
and useful anatomy and philosophy than the 4,000 years of Hinduism reflected by this guy's lecture.
Yes.
Very
Tornado,
true.
put your hand down unless you got something to
Sorry.
share.
Also, with what
Yes.
Jen said, so wait a minute. Did you just, forgive me for saying this, did you just sum up the entirety of the Trump presidency?
Yes.
Yes. or his latest
Buffoonery,
Blue room.
let's put it that way.
blue
Yeah.
room discussion. Mhm.
Alrighty. Well, I think we've delayed long enough. I think we should continue on.
Shoulder blades near the heart. Naturally, it mainly feeds the heart, lungs, and bronchi, spinal cord, and ribs. In this center, there's a special power active. That is the Christ spark, which I spoke about in details in a separate video. This Christ light is an additional, supportive, redeeming, and healing power within us. Therefore, many
Drink.
mystics call
I could tell this guy saw Phone Home,
Citation.
what show was that?
E.T.
E.T. Phone Home, yeah.
Yes.
Tornado, you had the drink call there?
Yes, like Jen said, E.T. phone home. And also, this man is saying that the green chakra, which will visualize into an actual spinning wheel spinning around, is going to be cutting up your hearts and your lungs and your everything that's in the
And your
upper
spinal
chest cavity.
cord.
All of a sudden, you're one very dead human.
Yes.
Pretty much. RJ, you had your hand up?
Yes, this was in fact a 1980s comedy starring Mr. Varney. Earnestness Goes to Stupid Land.
Burn, 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 burn.
Oh dear. Yeah, he's I don't even have a good word to describe him. Alrighty. Well,
Yeah.
Okay, the puddle has dropped from the forehead down to the chest. Now let's see where the
Yes.
puddle goes now.
oh, exciting.
Your ass.
this center also the Christ center. The fifth center is called
Yeah, let's just be
patience or
ecumenically
kindness,
stupid.
and it
Drink.
is in the region of the
Yes, Mom Nato.
Okay. If I had Christ in my center, I would no longer be a human. I would be a Nephilim. I would be an angel,
You'd be
and
pregnant.
well, that too. I would not be stuck on this earth having to listen to what I've listened to for the last 4 days. I would be up in heaven and be quite happy. I wouldn't be here.
Are you implying that being on earth is
I-
being in hell?
Yes. I certainly don't have Christ in my center, so
Mom,
I must not
trust
have
me.
chakras.
Mom, trust me.
That and if Christ was in my center, I damn sure would have helped make it was more fun.
Mom, trust me. If Christ is somehow in your center, then you need to get your body checked.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could have lots of fun with that one. I'm going to let it go though.
Good idea.
Don't even touch that, Mom.
That would not be fit
RJ, you
for,
still had your hand up.
discussion.
Yeah. Seeing that, I have to confess that there is a certain truth to this, because as I'm watching this, the thought that is going through my head is, Jesus Christ!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh.
Oh dear.
We got people crying in the chat.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Ah. Alrighty. Well, we're gonna continue on then.
Neck.
Where's
Let-
It feeds
blue
the
pan?
thymus, tonsils, thyroid gland, parathyroid, windpipe, larynx, throat,
Which I'm
and
running
teeth.
out of.
The sixth center
drink.
is called divine.
Yes.
So patience basically controls everything from
Oh,
the
Super chat.
Yeah,
I'll get that
everything from the
after
super
Tornado's
chat.
done.
Yep.
no. Yeah. The center known as patience, also known as the blue chakra, is controlling everything basically from the, how do I best describe this? From the bronchial tubes up to the upper half of your jaw. Which means if that thing is an actual spinning wheel, you're now officially beheaded. Fun!
Well, thank you, Tornado. And we also, yes, we had a $45 super chat from Morton Nielsen who says, "No, Mom NATO, if you had Christ in your center, you would probably be dead." Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate.
Yes, but I'd still be in heaven at that point.
What did Xemorph say?
I would think that Christ had the ability to make himself like really small, like that movie Fantastic Voyage,
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
and just like really like maybe as big as a blood cell or something like that.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, possibly.
Yeah, but then he would let's just say he'd be very impotent.
And when he gets up into
Another
side of
super
your
chat.
head, he breaks into
Yes.
song. I'm singing in the brain, just singing in the brain.
Did you know your
Oh.
mom was going to be that savage? No.
Oh God.
We also had a
Woden
$5 super chat from Chris Kelling who says, if I was choking, I think that says, on Christ, I'd hope Christ Puncher was around. Yes. If I was choking on Christ, I'd hope Christ Puncher was around. Indeed. Thank you.
Yes, the question is it moist?
Ugh.
Oh, and
RJ,
Woden
RJ.
on my part.
RJ, one more, and I'm coming to your house and giving you a spanking.
I might
Can I-
enjoy that.
yeah.
I don't know if y'all
Wodenstone
can
also
hear that or
says,
not.
I had my tonsils removed. No wonder I have no patience.
I don't know. Can you guys hear the soundboard if I click on it?
Click on it.
I did.
Oh,
Moist.
yes, we
Yeah,
did hear
a
that.
quiet
Okay.
little moist.
Quiet, huh?
Quiet little
Interesting.
moist.
Interesting.
I don't know how.
Click it.
I don't know whether or not a loud moist
Oh.
should really be tolerable. I'm not sure.
I made another soundboard clip that was fun. I don't know if you can hear that one.
Silence of the tonsils.
No, that was Tornado, the stupid it burns from many weeks ago.
Oh.
Huh, I don't know how to make it go louder.
Patience.
Interesting.
I-
Interesting.
Stupid.
Is it just me,
burns!
or has there been
Yes,
no
that one.
documentation as to why any of these words are associated to the little dots that they are?
Oh, I
Um,
know. Absolutely nothing.
He
We're running
specializes
out of
in
chakra space up there. We've only got the one up there, right there in the nasal passage.
That should be
maybe he
better.
specializes in arbitrary and capriciousness.
Yes,
No,
or
no,
or
what-
as
what
Gilbert and
slices
Sullivan
in
once
shiny
said,
brown
mere
chocolate?
artistic detail to provide some artistic verisimilitude, or no, mere corroborative detail to provide artistic verisimilitude to an otherwise bald and unconvincing narrative.
Yeah.
You mean he bullshits?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gee, as if that wasn't obvious.
How's that one?
Oh, I am so moist.
Oh, that's
son.
better. Oh, I like that. Yeah.
All right, we'll keep that one. I've been playing around with
That
the,
would- that
the
would
voice
come
changer
across
and
and makes you wanna go
soundboard
in.
app.
Yeah. Moist.
Stupid. It burns.
Yes. I've got a couple on
All
there.
learning
Back up there,
experience. You
too.
realize that again, between the story and the soundboard, we have now exceeded the science limit of what was being presented in the show.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yeah, we do that every now and again, I suppose. All right. Here we go then.
That's science.
Love. And it's between and behind the eyes. It feeds the eyes, ears, the organ of equilibrium, nose, pituitary gland, and pineal gland. Above it is the
Drink.
seventh center, which
Yes, Tornado.
Yeah, so this sixth center, which is indigo colored, controls everything else except for your brain. Fun. Now, of course, it'd be nice if there was actually any evidence for this, but if this thing was an actual spinning wheel, you'd basically suffer the worst lobotomy in the history of ever.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
And a lot of
Righty.
mileage out of his pen, though.
Here we go. I'm surprised it hasn't run out yet. I feel like I can't get through half of what he's done without it running out of ink.
Exactly. So he's got the special long-term blue pen.
He's got that special blue chakra pen.
Yeah.
All right.
is called mercy or
But it
gentleness.
doesn't have any polka dots.
And it is in the back of the head near the pituitary gland. It feeds mainly the cerebrum and the cerebellum.
Mercy.
These
That's what
consciousness
I'm saying.
centers are
Mercy.
light-filled, pulsating and rotating structures in our spiritual body to provide every organ and
Rotating.
every cell with the life-giving cosmic energy via the
Drink.
nervous system.
Yes, Tornado.
Rotating.
As a good fellow named Mortimer81 once said, first of all, of course! Second of all, are you seriously telling me that I have a glowing red spinning wheel in my scrotum?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Yeah.
I don't
RJ,
think
you
that
had
would
your...
be very safe for you.
Yeah,
two.
I'm just kind of wondering at this rotating aspect to it.
Mhm.
Like, if you find that like your love and your earnestness, Christ center spinnies are moving at a different rate than your patience part, is this like gear stripping? And can you get that repaired at your local dealership?
No. What you need to know is that the chakras are basically transmission gears. So,
Yeah, but are they
for
CVT
what?
or are they still using conventional gears?
it's a stick shift.
Yeah. Well, no, your stick shift is farther down where the order part was. You got to get this
Yes.
straight.
with the ankles.
Yeah. You got to if you're still and we don't even want to tell you
So the
where the
higher
parking
gear, do you
brake
have
is.
waterfalls or?
Yeah.
I don't know. But Tornado, not having a spinning wheel in your scrotum is probably better than not having a brain in your head.
Mhm.
True.
Yeah.
Which of course
Well,
is
then
the
that
case
doesn't
of
mean
our
I can't
lecturer.
just grab my thing and use it to manually switch chakras.
I don't want to
like a
know about grabbing
transmission.
your thing. Thank you. That's your personal time.
And even whether and if it's spinning, that's probably even more than we need to know.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear about you grabbing your thing.
And is
RJ,
it really
RJ, you had your hand up.
45 or 78 or whatever.
RJ, you still had your hand up?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. That was just
Oh,
last
okay. Just want to make sure.
It's
Alrighty, well, we're going to continue on then.
In a
He's running
healthy
out of
body,
holes
the
in the
spirit
body here.
power flows to all parts of the organism without obstructions. It is
really?
only when an organ is no longer supplied with sufficient spiritual energy that illness arises. This happens when the respective
Yeah, let's talk about this.
Yes, Tornado.
Haven't I got to open another beer here soon?
Science alert. Science
Science
alert.
alert. Right.
Okay, so for those of you who don't know, there are several kinds of causes of illness. One is a pathogen, which is, of course, anything that can infect your body, like a parasite or parasitoid, virus, bacterium, fungus, things of that nature. Then you also have your hereditary diseases, like Down syndrome.
Autism.
And no, not autism. That's not so much a disease as it is a slight rewiring. I'm saying Down syndrome or a birth defect or something. Those are like your hereditary diseases. Then you've got your genetic diseases, such as cancer, where some DNA gets fucked up beyond all recognition, and
Like
all
your
of a sudden
grandma.
your cells decide to go AWOL and eat your body for lunch.
Like your grandma.
Yeah.
I blame her cigarettes.
So that's 3 causes of illness, and none of them are caused by some universal energy thing causing an energy imbalance in the body. That's not how any of that works, you fucking shit.
Sounds about right. RJ, you had your hand up?
Yeah. I was going to say one thing, but Edison Carter is far too good to pass up. I thought being impaled on a stick was the only way to achieve a connection from anus to head chakras. But we will be aware of the fact that the model of illness that is being proposed here has one relatively tiny stumbling block. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid.
Well, yes, we know this.
Yeah.
And of course, we will be aware of the fact that millennia of people who believe that contributed absolutely nothing to alleviate any of those illnesses, whereas those science-based people who figured out the actual causes of things have actually been able to do that, all without paying any attention whatsoever to any hypothetical and completely counterfactual energies.
Yes.
Also, I was looking through the chat, and I found something from Zmorph when I mentioned the glowing red spinning wheel. Zmorph says, "No tornado in your spiritual scrotum. Spirits are like Looney Tunes. Physics is only relevant when convenient."
Yeah, and remember, your spirit scrotum may not be in the same place as your physical scrotum. If so, please put it on a little tether so you don't lose track of it again.
Also, I have to say this, if you suffer from a spiritual erection lasting longer than 4 hours, please consult your Reiki master immediately.
We also had Chris Kelling with the hand up.
Yes. I just wanted to know, how many metachlorians does he have?
None.
Yeah. Yeah, and like 5 midichlorians translate into 1 snognagel, which if you look at it on Thursdays when it's perpendicular to October, then your earnestness chakra will be exactly the same length and spin ratio as the order chakra if viewed upside down while pretending to be a bat.
Can I convert those to Jeranisms?
This would be 1.6 gerunds.
Okay.
Metric gerunds or imperial gerunds?
There's I only use the proper cubit gerund.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So yes, we are
none of
now
those
on
newfangled
round up
metric
to
or
gerunds.
feet things.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we wouldn't want that.
Give me some credit for tradition, Jen.
Idiot asks, wait, my nuts might have an out-of-body experience? Question mark.
Yes.
No,
Mine do all the time.
Not until you reach puberty and they drop.
But Morton says, I'm willing to knock one of them back into place for you.
Oh dear.
Oh my God.
Alrighty, well,
we
let's
don't need clams at all tonight.
Yeah. Let's continue on, shall we?
Yeah.
If we must.
Energy center is blocked. Then the cells become sluggish and ill. How can these blockages happen?
Hey, it's got red now.
Wow,
The
see,
reason is
boy,
all
the big
these
budget
selfish,
brings in the red one.
self-centered,
Hey,
sensing,
this-
thinking, speaking, and
Drink.
acting.
Yes, Jenny?
This guy's talking about Geritol. You remember Geritol?
Yeah, which is
You
nature
know, that-
spelled backwards or something like
Yeah,
that.
well,
So that's
when you get all sluggish and stuff, that's
Yeah.
his sluggish cells. He's just talking. Give him Geritol.
Yeah, or Drano.
Oh,
No,
well,
no,
okay.
no.
an
If you
H
have
there.
sluggish cells, you need to drink Mountain Dew. That'll wake them right up.
Product placement. Are you getting any kickback money from them, kid?
I wish.
Yeah. Well, let us know and then share.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
All right, here we go,
But
guys.
you gotta give him credit. He's upping the ante and putting in red. I bet he's going to use the red for all the bad things he does not like that will occur when your chakras are not operating in proper alignment or lube.
Well,
You
that
are
means he
totally
just
not
needs to
reading
take
this
it
from
to
a
a
script.
mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he needs to have the mechanic grab onto the stick and shift gears.
Oh, purple rhymes. There's all scrotum and no clam sounds pretty gay to me.
Oh. From Edison Carter. Red chakra scrotum becomes blue balls when blocked.
Ah, there is truth to that.
There is.
So when do you
Yes.
punch the cobra?
When you're at
No
the mechanic.
comment.
When you're at the mechanic and he's fixing it.
Ooh, and Wodenton says he had gas the other day in his wisdom chakra, and he forgot how to make a sandwich until he bicycled it around to the order chakra.
Oh. Okay.
And then he ordered a sandwich, right?
We have to give kudos to our perpetually talented audience out there.
Moving on.
Indeed. Yes, let us continue on here.
which
We're
is
ready.
opposite to the selfless stream of life, the stream of love. For instance, any negative thought becomes immediately visible in our aura, that is, in the radiation of the soul, and then, if not transformed, enters the soul as burden. Such burdens overshadow the consciousness centers and prevent the divine spark.
Yes, Tornado?
Don't yell.
No. Just absolutely 100% fucking no.
Which part?
All of it.
Oh, you need to be more specific from now on.
This whole thing, especially when he said that thoughts can be seen as radiation in your aura.
We know he's an
Radiation
idiot.
in your aura, which if not managed, can go down into your chakras, despite the fact that we've already established that those things don't really do anything except spin around and act all pretty and such. They go in there and shut them down, causing what are actually hereditary, genetic, or pathogenic. So, everything about this man, everything that he says about how the body works is just completely and utterly and totally fucking wrong.
Yes, we know this.
Yes.
And you're surprised by this. How?
But how can it be wrong if he's making stuff up?
Well, that's why he's wrong.
RJ, you had your hand up?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think, that his landlady or somebody is calling in at some point saying, "What are you doing up there?" And he says, "I am rubbing my wisdom chakra with my middle finger and the red won't go away."
Oh, RJ.
Oh my god. Oh my word. Wow.
Yeah, that's all. I would just say wow too. Yeah.
Just wow.
Yeah. Now, is he going to if we get to like yellow and green markers, are we really getting into the serious stuff?
I think so.
Apparently. All right, let's
It's the
see.
rainbow.
Energy
Yes.
from flowing freely and
Which has more science
unobstructed
content
to
than
the
this
organs
does.
and the cells.
Happy little wisdom chakra.
As I have said earlier, every consciousness center also has an ethical quality. Therefore, there is a direct correlation between certain wrong behaviors or thoughts and certain consciousness centers. So we can say that an illness of an organ
this
is a
1984?
violation of the divine ethical attribute, a violation against love.
Asked and answered.
Let's
Drink.
look at some examples.
Yes, Tornado.
Asked and answered.
All right, well, let us continue on
Everything
then.
that he just said about illnesses.
Okay.
For instance, we may have a health problem
get to
with our
science here.
stomach. The question we might want to ask ourselves, what or who can't I stomach? Or what gets me in my gut?
dear.
Yourself.
It can be fear, but it can also be
Yourself.
anger. As we might be
Oh.
swallowing
It could
many
also
things
be
down
Superficial
like our anger.
parasympathetic
They lie
magic
in our
pun
stomach like a
diagnosis.
stone. These are the non-digested issues which we are not willing to look at and clear up.
Oh, yipes.
Drink.
If we have problems,
Oh my.
Tornado.
Just wow.
You know what it could also be? It could also be that raw. It could also be that raw chicken you ate last night that led to food poisoning.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, never have the spicy meatball sandwich right before bed.
Or barbecue.
RJ, you had your hand up?
Now, we could contrast this with a Marxist-Leninist interpretation of chakras, which would be arguing that the proletarian mitochondrial and gut microbia are down in the stomach are oppressed by the chakras up above in the capitalist ownership section of the pineal gland. And that would make exactly as much nonsense as this does.
Yeah, pretty much.
No,
There's
actually, it would make
unrest
more
in the
sense. You know
forest,
why?
there's trouble
Because
in
at
the
least there would be a
trees.
coherent fucking thought behind it.
Oh, you want coherency? You're on the wrong show, buddy.
Yeah.
I like to make sure that all
don't
my
have
fucking
enough
thoughts are
booze for
coherent.
this.
All right. Well, let's
And like that, I
continue
don't
on
have
and
any-
see. I feel like he's
What more
definitely going to
insights he
get to
has
more
about
of a
the
point.
genesis of illness.
Yeah.
With our ears, that usually means that there is something we don't want to hear and someone we don't want to listen to. For instance, earaches are very common with children who often have to listen to unpleasant stuff going on in the household, which they really don't want to hear.
Goodness.
Now, the same applies to
Frank.
problems with our eyes.
NATO.
Going into Freudian territory.
You know what it could also be? It could also be that a child just has an earache for some reason because of streptococcus.
Yes.
You know that illness that causes strep throat? That illness can also, that bacterium can also cause ear infections. And you
Among
know how
other
they
things.
usually resolve them? By putting tubes in your ears to prevent them.
And sterility.
That prevents children.
Thanks, John.
Thank you for that lovely reminder of why I exist.
RJ.
I just want to remind us of Woden Toad's important advice that Crisco is vegan friendly.
Ooh, good to know. Thank you for that, Woden Toad.
Yeah, this has now elevated the actual science of the program up
Yeah.
to almost discernible levels, which it wasn't before.
Yeah, we can't have that. All right.
Yeah, we
So
wanted to go
Crisco's
too
made
high
out
with it.
of
It might get us all giddy.
Vegetable fat?
Also, Edison Carter says, what about those noisy springs in the bed frame?
Oh, there also is a whole monologue there, Tornado, that we should
Yeah.
probably avoid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. All right.
We say we did.
Here we go, guys.
Eyes.
Nice.
There is most likely something we don't want to see, either about ourselves or about our past, present, or future life. We close our eyes to something
Evidence
which
not
we should
presented.
take a look at.
Drink.
I could
Yes, Tornado.
So apparently now we can see our past, present, and future selves.
Of course.
I'm going to reference Team 4-Star when I say this, but this guy's starting to remind me of a Canasson who says, I can see the future!
Okay.
Alrighty then. RJ, you had your hand up?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, the whole extraordinary philosophy that's opening up here, that if you do have something wrong with your scrotum, is it possible that it's because your spirit scrotum in the future has been caught in somebody's vice?
Yes.
Most likely.
Well, that makes it, there we go, which means that basically anything will explain anything and nothing explains anything. And all of this is just, this
Claptrap!
Yeah.
Don't forget the toothy vagina.
Yes, there we go. I don't think anyone will ever want to forget.
No.
Not if they know what's good for them. Or especially if they know what's good for them.
Oh no, Woden Toad, why?
Anyway, we're going to continue on.
There's threats
I
again.
don't get to say anything. Okay.
Oh, no, Chris does get to say something. Yes, Chris. I didn't see your hand up till just a second.
So if I'm understanding Tornado's interpretation right, We are Schrodinger's cat.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Meow.
I
Pretty much.
just wanted to make sure of that. Okay.
We
we're-
can see both. We can see ourselves both alive and dead.
Mm. Yes,
to know.
I've lost brain cells watching this. I'm dead.
Interesting.
Let's move on.
Yes.
Indeed.
Purple rhymes with orange.
Go on
Well,
and
I just
on
had,
with
I did
more
have my
examples.
finger up to, for one
Oh,
addition here.
yes, RJ.
Yeah, that the Schrodinger's cat analogy does not entirely work with this one, because unlike there where the phenomenon can be either one state or another, but it can't be determined until you actually measure it, and therefore it's simultaneous. This program is continuously, without let up or deviation, stupid.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
All right.
There's
maybe
nothing
it should
indeterminate
be
about it.
more like Garfield than Schrodinger.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the anti-lasagna of
So in other words, this is Odie's dog food.
Alrighty, we're moving on.
Or
Yes.
we're determining our place in the universe by use of fairy cake.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
not fruitcake.
All right, here we go.
But Louise Hay understood this perfectly and pioneered a reference book that lists many of these mental patterns that cause a disease.
You know who he's
Her book has
relying on?
become a
Asked
classic
and answered,
and is
drink.
called You Can Heal Your Life.
Heal your life.
Again,
International
whenever we keep
bestseller.
sensing, thinking, speaking, or acting against love, it builds up corresponding energy complexes that affect the respective consciousness centers.
All we
and
need is
prevent
love,
it from
Beatles,
giving
end of line,
a
just play the
particular
record.
organ sufficient amount of spirit power via our nerves. And the
Drink.
result?
Yes, Tornado.
I think we have established that there is no spirit power that these things can give to an organ because A, they do not exist, and B, even if they did exist, they wouldn't be the disease wouldn't be the cause of spirit power, the disease wouldn't be caused by spirit power not going to them in the first place. No, they'd be caused by pathogens, heredity, or genetic malfunctions, as we've discussed earlier.
Well, yes.
Well,
But-
we didn't really discuss it. We just kind of got yelled at.
Yeah.
So
RJ, you had your hand up.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm trying to make sense out of all of this here. So let me get it straight here. Jim Varney went to Jesus Christ and was
Burn, 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 burn.
with his gallbladder and found
my
out it had
God.
something to do with how he was trying to love a shellfish. Is that correct?
No, he was unable to love the shellfish.
Okay. That's what I wanted to have clear because I was beginning to get the sense that we were becoming confused here.
Yeah, he got crabs instead of clams.
Okay. Well, there we go. That there. Now that's that's a different chakra, I think.
wait a
Yeah.
minute. So hold on. Does that mean that if you go around sowing chaos instead of order, that you'll suddenly contract pubic lice?
Yes.
Or you may accidentally bump into Agent 99.
Excuse me.
Mm.
I want everyone to hear this.
Barbara Feldon or
Yeah.
or what's her face? I got and
Oh, Barbara
either
Feldon.
one. I
Of
mean,
course.
That's the second time I've had to bang my head into my desk.
Yeah.
Mm.
Don't
Oh,
injure the
personal
desk.
issue.
tornado.
Well, if you slide the chair back further, you wouldn't hit your head when you're reaching down there.
Yeah, really.
Jenny.
if you quit punching the cobra, you wouldn't have that trouble. I mean,
Well, punching the cobra while he's at his desk.
Anyway,
That's okay
Protocols
as long as you give yourself enough room and padding.
let's continue on.
Or you can do it on a recumbent bicycle if you want to be gymnastic about it.
Oh my goodness.
Medicine may help, but as Paracelsus said, all healing comes from within. We have to clear up our soul burden first if we want a permanent healing. In addition, we have to change our sensing, thinking, speaking, and acting to become more positive and life-affirming.
Really?
I've made several videos on
Oh,
the subject
bloody
of karma
fuck.
and soul burden, and will go deeper into the healing aspects in separate videos.
You can also read more.
Yes, Tornado.
First of all, buy my shit. Second
Yeah.
of all, this man thinks that chronic disease is caused not by some underlying health condition, but by spirit power being turned off in some
Yes.
areas and negative thoughts.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
that makes a whole lot more sense.
Obviously.
Well, actually, the emotionality of a given individual can affect their health greatly. People
Yes.
can think themselves into sickness.
Hmm.
Yes.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
RJ, you had your hand up?
Yeah.
I
Now,
do
unless
have-
this clown is giving the Cause and Development of All Illness book away freebie, one thing we can say is that all these people that are getting it are going to definitely be affecting the health of his bank account chakra.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, can we just say,
Ka-ching! Yes.
Ah.
I suppose nobody found out whether or not how much he sells that little cutie for.
No, I did not.
I make a pretty good cash register noise.
You
Okay, well,
get
if
two
anybody
for the
finds
price of
out,
one,
let us
as
know.
long as you pay a separate fee.
Yeah. And if you order today, we'll launder your pineal gland.
Oh wait, there's more. We'll let him fondle your wisdom chakra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that would be letting him fondle your order chakra, which
Ah.
means pumping them gently.
All right. Well, I believe that's the end of the knowledge portion of that video. I think the last remaining bit there is just his plug, his, buy my shit type of thing.
Yes, that was so knowledgeable. I am
Yeah.
so more knowledge than I was before.
Oh, indeed, absolutely.
I have never experienced so much knowledge since I banged my head against a ball-peen hammer.
Do you think he understands how pregnancy happens?
No.
No.
Yeah. Let's see what happens when the and can a spirit scrotum working with a spirit vagina produce a little spirit baby over in the next county?
That's possible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just as long as
Maybe.
it can spirit up some, No, I'm
If
not
the
gonna say
spirit moves me.
Well, see, the thing is, when you start doing that, then you have to worry about having your wife give birth in
Wow.
a stable and
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
while you're trying to pay your taxes. So
That
Exactly.
actually took us less than an hour.
Wow.
It did.
Wow.
Well, that's because the information content of this was in negative.
Yeah. There was a lot of drawing, pictures, and
Yes.
things.
It was fast moving, densely packed, stupid.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, I don't necessarily want to start a second one because it is getting kind of late and it'll run us way over what I'm hoping
and
to
we all have to
get
contemplate
at.
Agreed.
the significance of the chakra knowledge that we have obtained here. We must
Oh,
meditate
yes.
and
Mhm.
contemplate and try to figure out whether we want to use red Sharpies or blue.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to
Also must
pick the wrong option.
which means you're eating Skittles.
Yeah.
Which Skittle are we going to eat?
Yeah.
It reminds me of this time when I was in prison.
Mhm.
Well,
Diabetic shock, but I mean, I have fun.
But with a
how
smile
that-
on your face.
Yes.
Oh, I should point out as measurements go, 27 drinks for only a 10-minute video is pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty up there, to be
I've
honest.
actually emptied my bottle here, so
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
one's
And it's
actually
still
pretty
at only
good.
1.6
It looks
germs, though.
disgusting, but it's pretty good.
Yeah, our stream died very briefly.
Oh no.
There we go.
Not any more dead than this guy's argument.
Alrighty. Well, did anybody want to shell anything out before we wrap up?
Game of Thrones
Hey!
tomorrow
Buy our
night.
stuff.
Game of
Tornado,
Fools,
get out your Cobra.
Game of Fools tomorrow night, and also tune in tomorrow morning for more continued coverage of the election from hell.
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
well, it's
much.
starting to have a possible silver lining on there. And
Oh yeah,
watch my Evolution Hour. I'm actually on my regular channel now, we've worked all of those things out, so I've been able to stream directly to it correctly from my
Can
own little
I
laptop.
hop onto Evolution
Ooh.
Hour again, please?
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, because I had a brain bug on that first big episode there, so yes, I can have an actual guest in there.
Oh.
Yeah,
kill
no,
the dogs.
eventually, supposedly, I'm going to be on Dick Dawson's autism show. Not sure when.
Yes.
I was probably supposed to be on it this week, but
I know they postponed this week's, I believe it was.
okay.
So I would.
Well, Amy said today they were on going part 2 to next week. So
Yeah, next week. This coming Wednesday, I think it is. Yes.
So
but
how
I
many
don't-
of us are moved to trade our chakras in on new models because of this video?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
I went to the dealership just now.
Yeah.
But only the used car delership. I can't afford a brand new one.
The problem,
Yeah,
all
I'm
these
turning
all
it
these
in.
disembodied scrotums were floating around. It was kind of like
it
hot
was
air balloons.
scary.
You had to kind of whack
Yeah.
them aside.
Scary.
Yeah. Oh dear.
That sounds like a sack of crap. But I don't want to say that.
Alrighty.
He's not as insufferably as annoying as Claudia, and at least was relatively tidy, and not uber pompous. There were some slight upsides to this.
But he did learn from her all that circular referral.
Yeah.
Oh,
the Mobius strip argument is very common in these circles.
Yeah.
Yes.
Alrighty. Well, yes. That's about all I have
Chris
for you
Kelly,
guys.
Congratulations, you have reinstated your professorship.
Woohoo!
Woohoo!
Oh, there's
apparently
Chris.
My bank saw Patreon as a fraud alert, so they refused payment to Patreon, and I dropped off the list on everybody on there.
You did, yes. I wasn't gonna ask about it, but I figured if it was an error, you would fix it, and if not, well, it's no big deal. That is one thing I don't.
I have been paid that level of patronship for several years now.
For quite a long time. Alrighty. Well, that's about all I got for you guys. So, with that, everybody, thank you for coming and enjoying yet another fun movie night with us and with our lovely panel of people. And whatever background noise that was.
And remember, keep it moist.
Yes, always keep it moist.
Moist is the best.
Yes, always keep it moist. As Sean would say.
You know you're moist.
There you go. All right. Well, with that, say good night, panel.
Good night, panel.
Good night, panel.
Kill them.